Well, we're headed on our way down to Nebraska. We got a couple calls. There's two places we're going to look at. So we'll get down there and show you what we can find, and hopefully you enjoy the episode. Well, take a look around here. They got a Model A body here cut down into a hot rod. Looks like it was a coupe at one point. He said the back end of it's full of cement for some weight to get traction. Pretty cool project for him there. Got a bunch of windmills there. And there's a semi-trailer over there. You can see it over there. We're going to go in there and see what we can find. And we'll show you what we get. Well, here we are, folks. We're on the next morning of a 2-day deal here. We'll show you what we got at the place last night. We couldn't really record much last night because we got there kind of late. It was getting dark, and you know, it just wasn't good for. We showed you a couple things a little in the dark and a little when we first got there. But this is a Diamond T truck cab, 1940s, with the 509H model. Good looking trucks with the split windshield. They almost look chopped right from the factory. That one's got a little rust on the bottom edges, but that's the original paint on there. Still got the key in the door there even. Got the hood inside it. This one here is a 35 Ford. You can tell a 35 got the one-piece windshield. Then it's got a real sharp bend right there. That makes a 35 rather than a 36. And this is also an early 35. It's got the removable door garnishes, which are kind of sought after. And this is remnants of a Ford coupe. Got the rear quarter window and back window area. It's real cold this morning, about 20 degrees when we got out here. So hopefully it warms up a little bit. These are the Diamond T truck fenders. Still got the running boards attached to them back there. So we got all that stuff. And then we got some smaller parts and pieces in the truck cab here, or in the bed. That's a Model A indented firewall for 31. These are some Ford cross members. Some are 33.4, some are 35. There's a Model A wheel there. Get up on that tailgate here, and these wire wheels right there, there's a set of 4. Those are early 50s Mopar, probably Plymouth or Dodge. Those are pretty cool. There's some fender skirts, one pair of 40s skirts. There's some 50s there as well. The wheels up in the left there are 35 Ford 16-inch wire wheels. Get over here, see if I can show you one of these skirts. See, those are kind of nice. It's a pair of those. And then up here we got some 35 Ford car stuff. Got the windshield frame, the header panel. These are real nice. These are the windshield garnishes. There's a pair of those. Those are real hard to come by. And we got some cool, like here's a NOS Ford horn bracket. Still got the tag on it. There's a 20s spotlight, clamps onto your windshield. Some headlight parts in there. Oh, some fender bumper brackets and a Ford radio here. So there's a bunch of miscellaneous parts in there. And from there we'll get into our bigger place that we're going to here and see what we can find in there. So we're here with Lowell, and he's got a few early cars. We're going to show some of these. Now, you said this one is a 1902?
1902 Crestmobile.
Crestmobile. And that's the motor right there. And that bolts right onto the front axle there, if you can believe that. It's kind of wild. This one here is a Cadillac.
First year.
First year for a Cadillac, Lowell says. Right-hand drive. Little information on it there. Now he's restored these, and that one looks like it's all ready to roll there.
Yeah, I've driven that. I haven't driven this one yet.
And this one is a 1903 Ford. So what model is this one?
That's Model A 2-cylinder.
Model A 2-cylinder Ford. All restored. 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. Here's the motor out of the Jackson. That's out of the 7 Jackson. And you'll see it. It's in the other room.
That's 1907 Jackson engine. Look at the big,
I got it apart. Cylinders are off from it.
big flywheel there.
Matter of fact, I had the parts for that out in the blaster.
Yeah.
And he got sick. And they've been out there a year. And I started worrying. I said, God, if he dies,
Yeah. You get stuck with them.
I'm getting that back. So I got it back.
There you go.
Yeah.
You get all kinds of lights and stuff in there.
In there, 1902. No, that one's a 9 Crestmobile, 2-cylinder.
Right in here.
It's sitting in there in a mess.
That's the Crestmobile in there, all in pieces, waiting to be restored. Got a lot of brass lights and stuff in this case.
But I machined a hole in the used one. See that hole?
Yeah.
Well, that's so I could machine the roller.
Oh yeah, the roller to make the bead.
Okay.
So Lowell has made these fenders from bare steel there and made his own fenders.
I made the hood for that.
You can make a bead roller, get a different bead, and
Yep.
roll a bead in the fender.
Roll it. That's right. Here's Woody
seat.
Woody rear seat.
Lowell is an expert on early Fords. Mostly what, 32 to 40? Mostly what you were doing? All kinds of seats here.
Here's the 1912 Doctor's Roadster. There's the body. There's the other fenders, the seat, the hood's there. I called Harris. I said, I can't identify this. I bought it at Clarkson. I don't know what the hell it is. I said, give us a number. Give us pictures. They called. They said, first of all, you have to restore it. I said, why? They said, you have, without a doubt, the only remaining one in the world. And they're right.
And this is the Fuller.
That's a Jackson.
That's a Jackson, okay.
Yeah, that's all in the low wheel.
Okay, yep. So this sign is from the other one. So this is a
1912
Jackson. The only one known in the world right there.
Only one in the world.
And you've made the fenders.
I made the fenders, yeah. That's the one rear, and I think that's two rears, yeah.
So that's the only one that exists.
Before. Took me a whole winter to make the first fender. Yeah.
That's how you learn, right? Do it once and you know the second time.
Yeah. This is just stuff. This particularly is out of a casting, a foundry.
Foundry, all these molds or patterns.
Those are molds.
Then here's a bunch of flathead oil pans.
When you get time, and it's not a today thing, but there's all kinds of here. Oh, and the home is full too.
Yeah.
Where the 32 is.
Yep. Yeah, we'll check out that stuff too.
That to you.
Cool.
Yep.
Well,
this is the tin room. Here's the rear section for the 7 Jackson.
Okay.
And
yeah,
you will see it. It's in the other room.
We'll go see the other Jackson that's in there.
I only have 2 Jacksons. I had 5, but I'm down to 2 right now.
This is his tin room where he does all his metal work here.
Okay.
Look at all the lights up on the back.
Oldsmobile 01.
Got a big metal brake.
This is floor tiller steering.
Now he's making all the wooden body here. And this is what year?
1901.
1901. Crestmobile.
See where the motor goes again?
Yep, right out in the front.
Look at there. 35 years of advertising.
There's the motor.
Never turned it up.
There's the
Phone
motor.
rang one day. Guy down in Florida, a friend of mine, state senator, and he says, "Guess what?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "I found your motor." I said, "You're kidding."
You got lucky, huh?
I said, "I got it found. Here it is." So I called and I bought it. Here's the transmission I'm making. I've never made a transmission before.
So this has got a chain drive or what?
That's chain drive.
Yeah.
Yep. Dual chain, 2 speeds. There's 1 speed, there's the other speed.
And there's the
And this is
the engine there.
Wood shop.
There it is,
I don't
Crest.
say Crest on it.
So it's
C-R-E-S-T.
Crest. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
And I have all the motor.
So he's in the process of restoring this one.
Yeah. And that goes in that one. I'll tell you a little story. I didn't have the body, but I had all the chassis, including
Zoom
the
out.
hubcap. There's the hubcaps chromed,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, I had wheels and frame and you name it, but I didn't have this. I didn't have the transmission, and I didn't have the motor.
Yeah.
Gave $100 for it out in Duluth, Minnesota. And so I start looking. The motor eventually turns up. I start making the transmission, and by God, if I didn't find an original seat, the Hershey.
There you go. The Hershey swap meet.
That's a Hershey swap meet. $50.
That's where you go to find it if you need it.
And I said to myself, you know what? He doesn't know what this is, but I ain't going to tell him.
Yeah. Just grab it and bring it home. Add it to the
Bring it
car.
home. You got it. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll skip over to the next area.
Yep.
This one here is a 38 Deluxe Ford. Getting all restored here. Looks good in red. Got a black top on it.
I think that's going to be a nice car.
Yeah, that's good
I
looking.
started hammer welding. I'd never hammer welded before.
Yep.
And I hammer welded that thing together. There's 7-foot welds
Down the
without
quarters.
putty.
That's amazing, huh?
Well, I practiced.
Yeah.
I started in a vise with 2 pieces with clamps.
Yeah.
I started playing. And when I could weld 2 pieces, flatterness just like that, I said, okay, I'm ready.
There you go.
So I hammer weld. Well, you can see on the wall. See the other wall?
Yeah, inside there.
See that weld?
Yep.
That's
down
my
there.
hammer weld. That's on both sides.
That's
Started
amazing.
it in the corner.
Yeah. No filler.
No filler. No filler.
No wavy.
No filler.
Yep, that one looks good. Even got the exhaust manifold heater
Yeah, that's got the original heater on it. That's a rare.
with the electric motor there.
piece. Yeah, it's got the first year for electric motor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Well, thank you.
Looking
Here's
good.
my big lathe.
Zoom around here.
Small lathe. My 32 is coming through the wall.
Yeah, I see that. I like your jackets up there too.
Yeah.
Ford, Lincoln Mercury. That one's Chevy Oldsmobile.
Yeah. Now the one on the end is not original. We made a Jackson.
Oh, okay.
That left one.
Over there, the tan
he's
one.
Not original,
Yeah.
but it's Jackson, and I got Jackson cars. Oh, have to tell you the story. I told my wife, I said, "No, I'm going to do this, but I want you to do the ragweeds in the ditch.
Yeah.
You'll have to draw those." Well, okay. She decided she'd do it for me. So I come home one day, and she's got the biggest smile on her face. I said, "What's up?" She said, I found some original ragweed.
There you go.
$1 a piece uptown in a miscellaneous shop.
There they are. So you got the real thing. You didn't need to draw them.
Yep, didn't need it.
Got some nice banners here. 54 Ford, 58.
And I got a Bridgeport.
Bridgeport milling machine. If he needs to do it, he can do it right here. Even a Dodge.
Yeah. You might want to go over to that door, right over there, open that door and
Sure.
take a shot. There's something in there you'd like to see.
Okay, we'll check that out. And this one here is a Woody.
That's a Woody.
Woody.
36. The cowl's
36.
for sale.
Okay.
I sold the frame.
So he's going to part this one out, sell the
I'm going
pieces.
to part that.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to get it done.
Yeah.
Got too damn many projects and
Yeah.
too much age.
So he sold the frame and sold the front.
Yeah, I sold
gonna sell the
frame to
cowl
Jim
now?
Clark. The firewall's for sale.
Let's look in behind the
And
door
there's
here.
On the 38 convertible. Yeah, take a look inside there. There's a light up there. You pull the string if you want.
Oh yeah, big compressor.
And it's a big devil.
That is a monster. Look at that. Where did you find that one?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I'm at a swap meet down around Omaha someplace. And a guy's got a big compressor and he wants $25 for it. They ran it low on oil.
Oh boy.
So I called my motor man. I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
And I said, here's the story. It's a DeVillibus, which is the Cadillac.
Yeah.
And well, he said, you should have bought it. I said, okay. So I called the factory in Illinois. No, Illinois. No, further next one, Ohio.
Yeah.
Guy said, yeah, we made that one. He said, I gave him the number. He said, yeah, we made that. He said, now you got to call Canada because they're making that same one. Yeah.
Oh really?
But he said, we aren't doing it.
Yeah.
He said, call for Louis. So I called for Louis, and they said, well, you can't talk to Louis. I said, why? They said, well, he's dead. I said, well, that makes...
Wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I told him, I said, I bought this for $25 at a swap meet, and I said, we need, here's what we need. He said, you got the book, instruction book? I said, no. Well, I said, we'll give you one.
Yeah.
So it sold me all the parts, and we put that together, and that goddamn thing pumps like a, why?
This goes good, huh?
Like a whirlwind. And we ended up with about 700-800 in it before we were done. But boy,
well, you know, if you want good tools, you got to buy older American-made stuff. Because the stuff they make today is just all made in China garbage.
that pump, they said right now is over 3,000. Just the pump,
Oh yeah.
not the motor, not the tanks, anything.
Now what is this one here?
For almost nothing.
What is this one here, Lowell? This one you're building
That's
here?
37 Jackson. Pay attention for the hood. Here's the hood laying right on the ground.
Yeah, I see that. What year is this one?
That now.
This is an 07? Or what year?
That's a 7, yeah.
7, yeah. There's the hood right there.
And that goes on the front. You see the hole in the top?
Yes.
What do you think that's for?
Now, is there a fuel tank or what is it?
Well, get up front and take a look.
Let's take a look here. Nice brass lights on it.
The gas tank is up front.
Yeah, got the gas tank right there.
The motor is back here.
So the motor's probably...
35 horsepower. Started on the hill with a load of people, and it chugs right up the hill.
Yeah.
Here's why you need that hole in the gas tank. So you can fuel.
Fill it up with
You
gas
take
right there.
the lid off, fuel it up, put the lid back on.
And you've made that firewall or
And that
cowl.
firewall I made. Here's my hammer welding.
Yep.
I took the corners out of that's not the right one. It's a 1/2 inch off.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever gonna know.
Yep.
So I cut it, welded those pieces in, and that's my work right there.
Cool. Can't even tell it's welded.
No, you can't tell it's been monkeyed with.
Well, from there
You're
I'll
upstairs.
go upstairs
Switch
and
on the,
yeah, I'll show you some parts upstairs.
yep.
Well, here we are upstairs. Now Lowell used to go to a lot of old dealerships and stuff, and he'd go see what they had for extra parts, and he's got all kinds of new stock parts, a lot of fenders and doors and stuff up here. We got to kind of scoot through these rafters. That there's a Mercury new stock quarter panel. Look at all the fenders and stuff up here. Now this one here is a Ford. And we got a Pontiac here, 48 Pontiac and 55 Pontiac. There's a quarter panel. Looks like probably a Buick, probably a convertible quarter panel, new all stock. Jump over to the next one here if I can get through here. There's piles and piles of fenders. That looks like a shoebox Ford over there probably. These are more. There's 38 standards and 37s. And we got these here. Look like 1940 probably, or 39. Yeah, probably 39s, I guess. Look at that. 74 Ford. New old stock fender. There's another Ford 1970 right in the wrapper. Bunch of them back there too. Some Maverick or Comet fenders. Some 41 Ford stuff. A lot of 41 to 48 Ford car fenders. You can look where we came in down there. That's where we were with the metal shop down there. We're kind of up above there. Lots of fenders up in the rafters here. So Lowell has another building here we're going to look in, and some stuff outside, and some stuff at his house. So we'll continue on here. Well, here we are outside. He's got some Internationals right there. Got some Ford truck hoods. He's got a few of these International trucks he's working on.
It's a mess this year. The weeds got out of control.
Yeah, the weeds really went crazy this year, didn't they?
I vowed next year to say, this is it. Well, we sold some more property. So I have a little more time. I think I can keep up with the weeds next year.
Now this is a Ford commercial cowl.
That's a Ford
Notice how it's just flat on the back.
Firewall.
Yep.
Ford
Flat,
Firewall.
flat on the back.
Or 6.
Yep. Make a bus or a fire truck or something like that.
Truck. I had the rest of it, but this is about the most important thing.
Yeah.
The rest of it was just kind of common. A regular truck, I think.
And we got a Ford here that's been a donor car.
Yeah.
Now Lowell has lots of parts.
All on tape.
Yeah, lots of parts. You got a 38 Dodge grill there. Some other 20s grills. Look at this, just a sea of parts there. Even Lowell doesn't know what's at the bottom of this pile.
No, you're right. A guy came one day and started looking at the pile and spent $1,100 in that pile. I said, my God.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what you got laying around.
So how long you been buying old car parts and old cars?
Shit. Since I was 16.
Been a while.
It's been a few days. I'm 81.
65 years.
Well, you can see how much I got.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. This truck is not perfect, but it's pretty. I'll tell you, they had 3 of them.
Yeah, this is
I bought the best one.
a TT truck cab, tall T.
Yep.
You got the two extra doors there. One goes on here.
Yeah, you get all those.
You end up with one extra one.
I just didn't. I only had one door.
Still got the windshield in there.
Yeah. Well, look at here. All the hardware.
Yep. You see these cabs a lot, but they're very often missing doors, missing windshield. And when they're missing the parts, forget it.
Said, you got the hardware? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the windshield. Oh my God! He said, you're in good shape.
Yeah, we'll go up in the back area here. He's got over here a 29 DeSoto Roadster. We're gonna check out now. This here is a Ford.
Yeah,
this is a 38.
A 38 Ford.
He's got the cowl, got the back half, got the doors.
Pretty nice cowl. Pretty good doors.
Yep. Here's the back side of that pile. And this here is the DeSoto. Now this is a Roadster. It's a 1929 Roadster. If you had a donor car, you could cut up doors or, you know, get the chassis and stuff, and that would help that car a lot.
I sold the guy the doors.
Oh, did you?
Now, from another one. And I don't know that we can. He was in Utah.
Yeah.
Who is he? I don't remember. That's been 30 years ago.
Had the doors 30 years ago.
Boy,
These weeds have taken over out back here. Now this is another International. This is what we call a doodle bug. I don't know what everybody else calls them, but they're basically a cut down truck or car into a tractor. And there's the back side of that pile. You can see these buildings. How long is that building? 80 feet, 100 feet maybe? These piles are just as long. Piled about 6 feet deep. So anyway, we'll go into this red building here. We've been doing some picking already. So we've got a bunch of parts lined up outside. We'll show you what we found, and we'll show you what's in this building. This building here has just an insane amount of parts. You won't see too many places like this. So we're on the way up to the building there, but we're just stopping and look at these. These are some Ford convertible parts. I believe that blue cowl to be a 58 Ford convertible cowl. He often look for convertibles or woodies. So you'll see a lot of unusual parts and pieces of some 36 front fenders for Ford. A bunch of bumpers in there. But we'll jump over into the building here. So here we are in the main building here. You can look at the seas of stuff down through here. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can get a good scope through the camera here, but that is just a wall of parts. Lots of new old stock stuff. Heavy on Ford, but there's also Chevy and GM stuff and a little bit of Mopar. Look at this. I mean, I was just blown away when I walked into this building. These are all the air cleaners. Most of it's pretty well organized. Look at all the steering wheels up here. All hanging. Look at them. Hundreds of them. All the horn rings. These are all 30s Ford grill parts here. A lot of 38, 39 stuff. So for the past couple hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours, we've been looking around here, buying stuff, and we'll show you the stuff we got already. There's a bunch of cowl vents up there, but it's just a absolute sea of parts. Now this is one aisle in the building. So Lowell is 81 now, and he has been going around since he was 16 years old, buying up old car parts all over the Midwest, and heavy on Ford stuff like these. Here's convertible windows. Transmission covers, look at them. How many you need? He's got them. Look at all up there, wiring harnesses, all new stock wiring harnesses. Just an absolute sea of stuff here. There's the back side of the building. That's one aisle. And he's got quite a few radios here. See all the radios up on the top shelf? There's a stairway, goes upstairs. We'll go up there in a minute. He didn't waste any space either. Look up in the rafters here. Full of window glass channels, stainless trim. Just the entire ceiling in this place is also full of stuff. There isn't a wasted spare inch of this place. You can see it all up in the rafters there. Look at that. All kinds of trim. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of pieces. A lot of bumper guards, grill guards. Here is a new stock chrome grill for a Ford truck. Very rare piece. There's a sedan delivery rear door. In behind there, some woody doors. Steering columns. Some convertible top mechanisms there. There's a hood for his car, looks like, in the other building. There's another woody door, or sorry, a sedan delivery door there. You might catch me make a few mistakes on naming things, but there's just so much stuff to look at, your brain kind of wanders. Walk down this aisle. Look at this stuff. Just seas of it. We will come back here several times. I mean, we're in one trip here and just found as much as we can possibly buy this time, and we'll be back. Waterfalls for the dash. Ashtrays up there. There's the back side of those steering wheels. Look at all that stuff. Got a couple cars in here. I was going to show you over here. I noticed one a rare item here. Look at those convertible windows. So this here is a 58 Ford fiberglass little go-kart. It's kind of hard to see there, but you can see the front of it. It's fiberglass. And that had a gas engine in it, and that is a dealer only. Only the dealer could have those. Very rare. That's a cool piece. Look at all the 35, 36 taillights, 34 taillights, headlight buckets. There's more radios up in here. Lots of radios. Got lots of stainless trim too. There's trunk handles, door handles, lighters. If he's got one, he's got 50 of the same thing. Look at all these trunk hinges. Just an amazing pile of stuff. Here's some more convertible doors. Some banjo steering wheels. Bunch more trim there. Jump over to the next aisle here. And we'll go down this back aisle. Got a lot of wheels here. Sometimes it takes the phone a while to catch up with the darkness in here. There's a neat old sign, lights up. Here's another aisle here. Look at all the grills on the left here hanging up on the wall. Ford grills, Chevy grills, you name it. Get the flashlight back here. It's kind of dark back in this area. Headlights. Well, from there we'll jump upstairs and see what we can find up there. Well, I got detoured a little bit here. We're on the way upstairs, but I found a few more parts I wanted to buy there, so we'll ask Lowell about them. Ford truck headlights there. Kind of dark back here. Use the flashlight the best we can. There's a Ford banjo wheel right on the column. And we'll go up the stairs here, show you what's upstairs. Some lighting up here should be okay. Now these are Ford truck grills, like 1 ton, 40, 41 big truck, Newell stock, 3 of them right in a row. Running boards. All kinds of garnish moldings here. Spare tire covers. I mean, you want to see garnish moldings? Let's jump onto this side of the post here. Look at those piles of them. Just piles of mostly Ford garnish moldings. There's radiators, fenders. Look at that one's an international Newell stock. These are Dodge pickup rear fenders. Oh, here's some more windshield garnishes. Maybe I'll ask them about those. Here's windshield frames. See, here's the garnish piles. Look at them. Shine the light in there. Look at that. Just giant gobs of them. Look at the hoods all lined up there. 38 hoods. Look at all that stuff. All kinds of fenders. Get the light in here. All kinds of hoods up in here. Look at all those hoods. Hood side panels. Mostly Ford stuff. Mid to late 30s. Looks like maybe a... I don't know what that hood, if it's Mopar or what. All kinds of fenders here. Sorry if we're getting a little blur in the camera when I move around. I think it's due to the darkness. More Ford fenders in here. Some Chevy fenders. The Chevy truck door. So these are the kind of places we love to get into because you really don't find a lot if you're getting one piece at a time. You find a lot when you come to a guy like this that collected this stuff years ago when it was available and has giant piles of it now. And, you know, that's the way to get a lot of stuff at once. Look at all these Newell stock door latches. Hundreds of them. Some header panels down there. Look at the dash panels here. All Ford. All those. You can zoom over here. All these. There's got to be 100 dash panels right there. They're on both sides. All those. 35 6 ones. 37 8 9s. Just all variations here. Just about all Ford ones that I can see. There's some 40s ones over there. Here's on the right here, a bunch of window regulators, mostly Newell stock. Look at them all piled up in there. Some of them are marked right there, 32.3, 33.4, 40 Ford convertible. Just piles and piles and piles of them. So you can kind of get a feel for what we're doing here, or what we're dealing with. Lots of stuff. Nice 35 6 dash there. So we'll go through here and get what we can, the rest of the stuff that we want, and we'll probably be back here many times. But this will give you an idea of what it is. Now we're gonna probably go over to his house, it sounds like, and see what he has over there. Old mail truck body.
That's right. That means the wheelbase, yeah, is about what
These are Ford floor pans back in the 30s.
I don't know. That's a rare. Me, it turns the door, but it's going to hell.
Yeah, it needs the wood done. U.S. mail.
To have that. I'm not going to do it. Well, I never did mail trucks anyway.
That's pretty cool though.
Pretty damn rare. They said that it was a Model A mail trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, we moved one for.
Mr. Rogers did.
Yeah.
It's over here by Wayne, and I bought it on an auction. And
Ford axles there. Well, we'll get a quick video in here. This is a Model B 32 Ford. It's kind of dark in here. Let's see if I can get my flashlight working. There we go. This one he restored 50 years ago, he said. The 32 Ford Phaeton Model B, pretty nice car. Got the original 32 4-cylinder. There it is. Real nice. Kind of a dark green, black fenders, black stripe. And we got quite a few more parts on these walls and stuff we're looking through. But that's kind of it for this pick. We'll show you when we get home what we got and go from there. Thank you. Well, we made it back to South Dakota, got home last night. Today we're going to unload this stuff. You know, there's the Diamond T and the Ford cab we already showed you. This here's the Diamond T fenders that we got. But what I wanted to show you, because we're going to leave the trailer here for a little bit and go unload the pickup, was this sign we got here. This is a pretty cool sign. Oakland and Pontiac. It's a wooden sign. Dealership sign from the 1920s. Pretty hard to find stuff like that anymore. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 12 feet long or so. And we got the pickup box full of stuff here. So we're going to go unload this stuff. Here's another sign here. Paint sign. So we'll go unload this stuff and we'll show you, you know, all our treasures that we found here. Well, we were headed back to the shop here to unload the stuff, like I told you, and we ran into another person wanting to sell a few things. So I'll get those off the top of the pile here. This stuff was right in town. Got some wire wheels, Lincoln. Anybody that's ever been to our town of Murdo, they recognize that Sioux Motel sign. Not very old, but it's kind of cool. And I got this. This is the fin off of Dodge, one of those Viper V10 pickups. That's the tail fin off of it. So we got a few things, got those hubcaps and stuff. So we'll dig all this crap out and show you what we got. Well, we got everything out of the pickup here. We're going to put it in the trailer here. We'll work on it over the winter, selling some of this stuff. But anyway, this will give you a good idea of what we got at this place. This guy had an absolute mother load of Ford parts, early Ford stuff. Now, a few things here came from the first place we went to, but most of it came from the second place we went to in the video. So we got a 35 Ford hood here, and this is a Ford pickup windshield frame. Oh no, sorry, that's a car one there. That's another Ford car one. We do have a pickup one over there. These header panels are kind of hard to come by because they usually rust out. The mice get up in there and rust these out. These are the 38.9 Ford pickup. So there's 3 of those there. Got all kinds of 32 Ford gas pedals here, throttle spoons. These are pretty cool. They're for brake lining, and they got the advertisement on there. They got a fold-up sign like that. Those are back there a ways too. Those are nice advertising. You can see the company name on there down at the bottom. From St. Louis. So the 2 of those. This is a pretty nice 35 Buick. It's got the little Buick clock with the logo. Just a nice glove box door. We hit a giant pile of clocks here. Look at all these Ford clocks, Mercury clocks. That one's maybe a Lincoln, but there's a lot of these like 37 to 9 Ford clocks like that. Those are all real good items. There's a whole pile of them here. There's got to be 20 of those. There's some other makes too. Not all Ford, but a lot of them are Ford. That's a Buick one there. This is a Mercury one, 39 Mercury. These are more Ford. So anyway, there's a whole pile of those. That's quite a score right there. These are 36 Oldsmobile headlights for 6-cylinder Olds. These are Ford hood hinges. These are kind of tough to come by, like 49, 50 era Ford car. They're Newell stock Ford. The guy had a lot of Newell stock stuff. This windshield frame I got, it's a Model A windshield frame. Guy had that on Marketplace. We got it on the way home. We were driving right through, so he met us by the highway and sold us that. Got 3 hydraulic pedals there. Those are always good sellers for Fords. This is kind of cool. Chief Paints. I think maybe it's been trimmed off, but it's still a cool sign. These are Ford pickup for like 35 to 39. The rear window garnish is 4 of those. That trunk lid, it may be GM. We got to do a little research on it. It's got a wooden inner structure, but the wood is all still good. So we got to do a little research on that. It's possible it's GM, Chevy or something, but I don't know. These are engine snubbers for Model B Ford. They kind of anti-rattle deals for the back of the engine. We got quite a few of these Ford hood ornaments, 1938. There's 5 or 6 of them there. Those are a good item. Hard to find. These are Chevy, like 42 to 48 Chevy car. I think a couple of those are Newell stock. Nice headlight bezels. Now here's the most glove box doors I've ever bought in one place. There's these 3 boxes, and there's 1 box over on the side over here. We'll show you in a minute, but there's just a giant pile. These are all 40 Ford pickup. There's like 8 of them there. That's a 35 to 7 Ford pickup. There's a whole box of 35, 36 Ford car glove box doors. And there's got to be 15 or 20 of them in there. This is a 39 Mercury. That's a nice one with the clock on it. These are all like 38, 39 Ford glove box doors. There's a whole box of those. There's probably 20 of those as well. This is pretty cool here. It's a Boyce motor meter. Clamps on the steering column and has a temperature deal there. You can tell how hot your engine's getting. These are kind of interesting. They're made by Gem and they're marked Ford. I believe they go on like a 49 or 50 Ford car. They go back near the taillights to give it a fin. Kind of cool aftermarket deal. There's a bunch more of the Ford glove box doors, 38 and stuff. There's probably another 15 of them in there. This, I got to do a little research on it. It's got 16 holes. It's probably like a dual ignition straight 8, you know, a Nash or something like that. I don't know. Could be Pierce Arrow or something, but probably something with a dual ignition. It could be a V16, but more likely a dual ignition 8. These are Chevy headlight stands. They go from the fender to the grill, and the headlight goes on there. These here are really nice Ford gauges. Really nice condition. There's that one and that one. That's the speedometer. This is the other gauge cluster. It's even got the temperature tube still on it. Pretty rare. Those usually get cut. This is a hard to find item. They don't look like much, but that's the windshield regulator for a 35 or 6 Ford car or truck. They're pretty valuable. Got some ashtrays here. This is a nice Chevy Hoard ornament. Those are heavy. Nice little Plymouth emblem there. It's a nice emblem. These are kind of cool. I think these are made by Odell, if I remember right. Little accessory stars. Motorcycle guys like those too. A couple of those there. These are F100 emblems on the side of the hood. Like a 62 maybe. Nice little Dodge hood ornament there with the Ram on it. These are for a Ford pickup. These are the windshield garnishes. There's a whole pile of regulators here. These are mostly like 37 to 39 style. There's a couple here like that's a 33 or 4. But they're all Ford, and there's probably 15 or 20 of those. These are all headlight stands. This style here is for like a 38 or 9 Ford pickup. There's a bunch of those. 35-6 car. These are like 35 to 7 truck. So those are good items there. These are the lower fenders for like a 48 to 50 Ford truck. Now they're new all stock, but there's not pairs. There's some differences. Like these two here are different. These two are the same side, I guess. And then these two are the other side, but the tab here is bigger than those tabs. See that? So I think you might have some that are like a F2 to F5, and this might be for like an F7 or something, or vice versa. This is a nice Ford pickup truck grill here. Those are getting hard to come by. It's pretty straight. These are got a little surface rust, but they're new all stock. Those are the hood spears for a 42 to 47 Ford truck. Got a bunch of these headlights. These are a 36 Ford car. I'm always looking for parts of those to put headlights together. That there's a Chevy pickup light. This is one of those rubber blade fans right there. Got a Buick emblem. This is kind of a nice glove box door. This one, somebody wrote on it Buick question mark. I got to do a little research on that because I'm not sure. Something in the 30s, but we'll find out what it is. These are rare in the sense that they don't survive and they fall off. These are for the windshield. They go like that around the windshield of a 35 or 6 Ford car, like a coupe or 2-door or 4-door. But for some reason they're always missing or bad. These came with the glove box doors. These are lots of the latches, the knobs, the handles for the Ford glove box doors. So that's all real good stuff there. These are new all stock. There's 2 pairs of those for a Ford car. These are all column drops. Not this one. This one got tossed in there, but this I believe is a spare wheel lock. It's Chevrolet. You can see the bow tie on there. Got the key and everything. I hadn't seen one before. I think it's kind of a rare item. The rest of these are Ford column drops, mostly in the 30s. Like that's a 34. Some of them are later 30s. I think there's a couple that are 32 style here somewhere. Let's see if we can find. Maybe they got into another box, but there is a couple 32 drops there somewhere. These fender skirts are from the 40s, accessory skirts. Those are pretty cool, and I don't know if those were ever used. They look like old stock probably. Here we get some more column drops. A couple more there. These are Ford hood side emblems. We got a nice banjo wheel over there for Ford. Then we got another box of glove box doors. That's the 39 Mercury. This one here's a Chevy. Those are pretty good. That'll fit like a 37.8 pickup. or I think a 35 standard, 36 car as well, but those are Chevy. But there's a bunch of, you know, 37. Some of them are a truck, you know, like 38.9 truck, and then some of them are 37 car. These here are gas pump faces. They're porcelain, Tokheim. There's a pair of them. Those are pretty nice. Got a little bit of chipping around them, but they're pretty nice looking. Now we've got another glove box lock there, new old stock with the Ford tag on it. Anyway, that's a good one there too. But somebody put a Chevy, looks like they added a Chevy knob on there, because this knob looks like what would normally be on this one. So anyway, that's all the stuff we got. It was a 2-day ordeal. It was about a 6-hour drive each way, but it was well worth it. We got all kinds of stuff. You saw the cabs on the trailer. We put that over there. The small stuff we're going to put away here. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a lot of fun to do. There was quite a place down there. Man, that guy had a lot of stuff. So if you like these things like this with old car parts and antique picks and stuff like that, you know, give us a thumbs up or follow our channel. And, you know, we'll continue to do this stuff. But the more people like it, and the more people comment on it and give thumbs up, stuff like that, the better it is with YouTube and the better it is for us. So all that stuff helps. And we'll catch you on our next pick.